today I'm going to be sharing an empties video with you. I have a ton of stuff that I've been working through in the last month or so. I've been working a lot on getting rid of samples and finishing up half-finished products, and so I have a ton of stuff to share with you and review. I'm going to go ahead and start with perfume samples just because I have a ton of them sitting here and a lot of them are not finished. So I've been working through my perfume samples in my finished 5 by Cinco de Mayo, and so I have a bunch of them that I just didn't like that much, that I went through, that I tried once or twice and I didn't like and I got rid of. So let's see, I have a Jouer perfume oil. I don't know what the smell of this one is, but it's very, very florally and I didn't like it at all. So I moved on from that one. I had the Girl by Pharrell Williams, which I didn't like. It was a spicy type scent that I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know, I just didn't like it very much. Same thing with the Folie de Jouy. I think this one was the one that gave me a headache. I tried this one and it just gave me a headache and I didn't enjoy it. Bulgari, something to that effect. And Jasmine Noir, it was like a flowery scent. I don't like flowery scents. Lady Million by Paco Rabanne. My boyfriend, or my fiance, loves the 1 Million one for guys, but I did not like the female version of it. There was a lot that I did not like recently. And then the La Vanilla Blackberry, it kind of gave me a headache. I didn't like it very much. So yeah, there are like 6 perfume samples right there that I kind of hated. I used once or twice and then just decided not to try to use. I have this perfume sample that I don't even know what it is, honestly. It wasn't a bad perfume. It doesn't have a label on the vial at all, so I don't know what type it was. I took it off of the card a while back. So it wasn't bad, it wasn't great. And then the Clean Skin, which was okay. I know that my mom has one that I really, really like, but it wasn't this one. This one was just okay. So bunch of perfume samples there. I only have 4 left right now, so that's exciting. So I have 3 makeup products. So I have one foundation that I completely finished. That's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I mentioned this in my Finish 7 by Spring because this is one of those products. I scraped into it with my beauty spatula and got most of it out, and then I kind of gave up on it. This was an okay foundation. I used to really, really like it when I first got it. I really liked it a lot, and then over time I just didn't like it as much. I think the formula got old. I think it was probably at least 1.5 years old at this point, so it was time to use it up. And I've heard that they've changed the formula, and so I don't know that I even want to go back and repurchase it again. I'm going to try some other things and see how those go. So I was excited to get done with this one because it was getting time for it to be done. I'm also getting rid of the Revlon Nearly Naked 120 Vanilla. This one honestly isn't completely finished. It's like maybe 3/4 of the way finished. I've had this one for a long time. It's been at least 1.5 years, if not 2 years, and it looked like it was separating a little bit. And I never really liked this foundation for my skin because it just didn't work on my oily skin. It didn't hold up very well and it was off my face very quickly. So I decided I'm just going to get rid of this at this point because it's so old and it's starting to separate. My last makeup product that I finished up was also in my Finish 7 by Spring, and that was this NYX Slide on Glide on Eye Pencil in Jewel. I don't know that I can even get it out of the little... Oh, there we go. This is the NYX Slide on Glide on Eye Pencil in Jewel. It's a really pretty, like... Here, I will do a swatch for you guys. There's a little bit left in there. It's this really pretty burgundy color here. I really liked this a lot actually, and it stays on way better than the Urban Decay liners do, so I think eventually when I work through some of my other liners that I have, I would go back and repurchase this. It was a great liner for every day because it looked very natural, it wasn't too dramatic, and it looked very nice. Alright, next we're going to move on to hair care type products. I have 2 hair dyes, one of which I mentioned in my January favorites and fails as my fail. This is the Garnier Olia Oil Powered Permanent Color in Darkest Violet. So this one, I don't know if it was operator error or what it was, but this basically was incredibly patchy on my hair. So I had a lighter chunk of hair towards the front of my face that turned like purple, and then there were patches that dyed really well and patches that were terrible. I liked the color on certain parts of my hair, like back here it was like a pretty burgundy type color that I actually really liked, but there were so many patchy pieces and it looked so strange that I just didn't like it. So I probably wouldn't purchase this again just because it was so difficult to use. I'd never had that problem before of hair care being so patchy. So this one I was not a fan of. This one I used recently and I really, really liked. So I dyed that one. I dyed my hair at the very end of January, I think, and then last weekend I dyed it darker again. So I used the John Frieda Precision Foam color. This is in 3N Deep Brown Black. So this I really, really liked. So my hair is a lot darker now than it was. The foam was actually really, really easy to use and it wasn't too messy. It was a little bit different for me. I hadn't used one like this before, but I actually really liked it, so I think I would purchase this type again. I have a leave-in conditioner. This is the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla Leave-In Conditioner. This stuff smells really, really good. I like the way that it smells. I like the way that it makes my hair feel. I have some other leave-in conditioners to use up, but this at some point I would definitely repurchase. I really liked it a lot. I like Carol's Daughter stuff a lot for hair care. And then I have two dry shampoos. One is the Chlorane Dry Shampoo with oat milk, and this one is supposed to be the one that has the natural tint. I really like the Chlorane dry shampoos. My cat is going crazy. I really like the Chlorane dry shampoos. I think they do a nice job of soaking up oil and they don't leave too much of a white cast. This one though, I felt like even though it has the natural tint, left more of a white cast than my other one did, which is kind of strange to me, but I really, really like the Chlorane shampoo, so I've gotten a couple in different Birch boxes and I need to purchase a full size at some point. The other dry shampoo I have is the Fakai Hair Refresher Dry Shampoo. This one actually, I don't know if you guys can hear that, is still, there's still some product in there, but it won't spray out anymore, which is kind of irritating. But I didn't mind this dry shampoo. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it worked well enough. It left a little bit of a white cast, but it did soak up oil pretty well. So I don't think I would actually go and buy the full size of this. I got this in like a Target beauty box or a Walmart beauty box, so I mean it was okay, but it wasn't stellar or anything. Next up is my facial care stuff. So the first thing that I've used up is an Ole Henriksen set. So I used up the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum, Collagen Booster, the Invigorating Night Treatment, and the Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. So these two I really, really like. I think these are great serums. The night one makes my skin feel kind of tingly, but in a way that I like. And I don't know that they do a ton for my skin. I thought that they were making a huge difference, but then I think the thing that I will mention a little bit that was actually making the difference, I finished that up, and now my skin is not as nice as it was prior to this. So I don't know that this was making as much of a difference as I thought it was, but I really do like these. I have other sets going already. The Sheer Transformation Moisturizer is just okay to me. I'm not in love with it. It moisturizes decently. Like I can use it as a daytime moisturizer. It doesn't moisturize a lot, which I guess works out okay for my oily skin, so I can use it as a daytime moisturizer, but it's not anything that I'm super wowed by. I have one more of these because I have a full set. I bought another set of these from Sephora, but I don't think I would ever want to purchase this on its own. Next up, the item that I was mentioning that I think was actually making a huge difference in my skin is the Acquaintance Brightening Serum and Spot Corrector. I got this from Influenster for free back in like the beginning of December or the end of November. I mentioned this in my January favorites. I absolutely love this. My skin felt so soft and it was so much brighter and a lot clearer than it had been in a very, very long time. And so while I was using this, I felt really nice about my skin and I absolutely loved this. I completely like squeezed out as much of it as I could. The problem with this is that it's $125 and I can't justify spending that much money on a serum that goes fairly quickly. I think I was done with it within 2.5 months, 3 months, and I can't spend $125 on something that's going to be used up that quickly. So if I had the disposable income to be able to purchase this, I totally would. I would definitely go back and repurchase it constantly, but I just don't have the money to spend on it right now. Next up, I have a couple of samples from DHC. So I went on their website and I got their catalog, and within it comes 4 samples. So I actually have another 4 free samples that came in the mail earlier this week, but they're just these little packets. The first thing that I tried out is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. This was okay. It was a decent cleansing oil, but I know that these are a little bit more spendy, and honestly, my coconut oil works just as well. I wasn't any more impressed by this than I was my coconut oil, and I know that's way cheaper, so I don't think that I would ever purchase this. I thought about going in and purchasing it, but I'm glad I tried a sample because I wasn't super impressed by it. The other sample that I got is the DHC Extra Nighttime Moisture Facial Moisturizer, and this was pretty good. I thought it moisturized my face fairly well. Yeah, not a lot to say about it. It was okay. I have another sample of it, so I might have to refresh my memory on how I felt about it exactly, but I think it was pretty decent. I used up a package of the Up and Up Cotton Rounds. I always get these in 3 packs. I use them for my toner and my eye makeup remover, and I keep going back to them. They're cheap. They work well enough for me. I don't have any complaints about them. I have 2 Biore products. I have the Biore Acne Clearing Scrub, which was complexion clearing. I think I got this on clearance, so I don't know that they sell this anymore, but it took me forever to use this up, and I really actually liked it for in my shower. It was pretty invigorating. I like the smell of it, and it did exfoliate fairly well. The problem with this is that it only takes a little bit, and it took me a little while to learn that. I would use this in the shower and then it would stick around the edges, so once I used a very little amount of it every time, I learned my lesson and it was a lot better. But this was okay. I would maybe repurchase it, but I have a lot of other face washes in sample sizes that I'm using. I won't be buying it anytime soon by any means. And then I also used up another box of the Biore 24 Combo Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. These I really like. I always repurchase these. I like the combo that I can use it on my chin and my nose. I actually need to go purchase some more today because I've been out of them for a little while now and I'm missing them and I love them. So these are great. I will always repurchase these. I have the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, so I guess this technically should have gone in the makeup category. This was getting used up in my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo, I think, or my Finish 6 by Spring, I can't remember which one. But this is not as good as the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I really hated this when I first used it, but then gradually I used it up. I felt like it made my makeup look cakier and drier because I know it's supposed to like control oil, but it made my makeup look not as good and didn't control the oil as well. So this I will never repurchase. The All Nighter is so much better than this. I have a Proactive Extra Strength Formula Cleanser. These I use up all the time. I have been using this for a very long time. My skin kind of freaks out when I stop using Proactive, so I'm scared to stop using it. But I just use the cleanser at night. I use the lotion at night too, and it works pretty well for me. I used up a little eye gel pack. These are, I don't remember, they like Spa to Go, I think. I got a set of 3 of these in my Pop Sugar Must Have box for January, and these were okay. I didn't notice a major difference. They felt really nice. I stuck them in the fridge and then put them on. They felt really nice. I had one that kept like slipping down my face and one that actually stayed, so that was kind of obnoxious, but I think I'm going to save the other 2 for closer to my wedding and use them as like special event type stuff. And the last facial product that I have is the Way East Advanced Youth Recaptured. This I just used on my forehead. I think it was okay. It didn't make a huge difference. I'm trying to fight off the wrinkles on my forehead, which are coming. But this was okay. I didn't notice a huge difference. I wasn't super wowed by it, so it was alright. Next up is the scent category. So I have a candle. This is the Woodwick Apple candle. This smelled okay. Like, I like the smell of it from the candle, but it didn't have a huge scent throw. The best thing about these candles are the sound that they make. They crackle and pop, which is why my fiance really prefers the Woodwick candles. I like the sound that they make. I didn't really like it that much at first, but I kind of adjusted to it, and it was kind of just a nice calming scent at night. Yeah, I know the Woodwick candles are a lot more expensive. I think this one was like $25, and they burn for a really long time though. This one lasted a very long time, so they're worth the cost because they last so much longer. But the scent throw isn't as nice as like Bath & Body Works candles, so I'm debating if I want to try to keep this container and repurpose it. I might do that. My other 2 scent things, the one I have is a Scentsy wax bar. This is in Cinnamon Bear. These I've had for a long time. It's very cinnamony. So this one's okay. It wasn't my favorite scent ever, but it worked alright. And then my other one that I had is not actually empty. It's actually probably about half full. But I've had these for a very long time. I have 2 more of these somewhere that I need to find. But this is the Slatkin & Co. Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin Room Spray. And I sprayed this recently and it made me like nauseous. I hated the smell of it. So I used to like the smell of this, but I think either these have gone bad or I just have changed my scent preferences and I don't like it anymore. But that one just needs to go because it's gross. And last I have just kind of my random category. The first thing I used up is the Up & Up Nail Polish Remover Acetone formula. This was really good. I hadn't really used acetone nail polish remover before, and it made a huge difference in when I was cleaning around the edges of my nails. It cleaned it up so much quicker and cleaner, and taking off glitter nail polish, it made a huge difference. I have a huger version of a different Up & Up nail polish remover that I'm trying to use up, so I won't repurchase this for a little while, but this was really good. It did dry out my hands a lot though, but I think acetone does that, so that's kind of the trade-off. It dries out my hands, but it makes my nails a lot cleaner and takes my nail polish off a lot faster. I used up this Perlier Body Honey Meal Honey and Orange hand cream. This I did not like at all. It's the smell that I really dislike. I had a shower gel that was the same scent a little while back that I also really didn't like, so it's the same scent. The lotion itself is pretty decent and moisturizes fairly well, but it's the scent that I wasn't a huge fan of, so I was glad to use this up. Then I have a hand lotion. This is the Pumpkin Cupcake hand lotion from Bath & Body Works. These I really like. I love the fall scents, as I've mentioned like 8,000 times, and so this one just makes me happy. It wasn't too strong, but it worked pretty well. And my very last empty for this round of empties is a razor, and this is a razor from Dorco, and these are the ones that are my absolute favorites. So all of them come in these little cases, which is nice, so I just put this one in the in the new case when I switched out my new razor. But these are the 3+3 razors, and they are my favorite. They are cheap. I bought like a 24 pack or something like that for I think like $25 on their website. So I will leave a referral link for you guys if you're interested in checking it out, and I think that gives you guys 15% off, and then I get like a 3% kickback or something like that. But these are amazing razors. They're just as good as like the Venus or the Schick ones in my opinion, and they're so much cheaper. So I would definitely recommend checking these out if you're looking for a good razor. So that is it for my empties. I had just a ton of random stuff to go through this time. So if you guys have used up anything recently that you have either really liked or hated, let me know that in the comments below. I would love to know. Empties videos are just some of my favorites. I love watching Empties videos. So I know that in the next month I will have another one coming up soon because I'm working just through so many things and so quickly recently that my Empties bag accumulates very quickly, and I don't want my videos to last forever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.